R.
The 18th episode. Quite a few hours. And I've got a mouthful of biscuit.
Yeah.
Okay, R starts with David Cronenberg's Rabid.
Okay.
Seen this?
No.
Okay, so this is David Cronenberg's second feature film. Full-on body horror that involves a woman who has a motorbike accident, and she ends up with a blood-sucking needle in her armpit that she drains blood out of men with.
Okay.
Totally mad, but it's brilliant. It's got that kind of mid to late 70s dark, and like Dawn of the Dead, it feels like it's nightmarishly real. Excellent. Then is Raging Bull.
Yeah.
Scorsese's 1980 mega boxing movie.
Yeah.
A beauty. I've seen that for a long time now. We should put that on. Then is a double bill of The Raid and The Raid 2.
You seem to mention this film every day in some.
Really?
Yeah.
I still don't think I've quite got over the cinema trip to see The Raid, where I couldn't quite believe what I was seeing. So The Raid is the main guy is a policeman, or no, an elite special forces rookie, and he has to fight his way up the floors of a tower block to get to the bad guy at the top. It's like computer game structured, but the fight scenes are like nothing I've ever seen. It's like that Pina choreography to the max. And then The Raid 2, he gets to the top of the building and then he fights his way back out, and then it takes to the streets. They're great. So they're directed by Gareth Evans, who's from somewhere not too far away.
Yeah.
But yeah, fantastic. Then comes the second film that we ever screened as a Snowcat Cinema pop-up,
Yeah.
which is one of our favourite Christmas films, Rare Exports.
Great.
Finish. Brilliant.
Great.
Offbeat and quirky, isn't it?
Very quirky.
Very quirky. Then next is another of my favourites, which is Rushmore,
Again, gets a mention, a daily mention.
because it's one of the best films ever made. So Rashomon's the kind of murder story told from the perspectives of 3 witnesses on trial, and they've all got slightly different versions of what happened. It's kind of Pulp Fiction from the 50s. It's tremendous.
Yeah.
Then comes the lovely American Criterion edition of Alfred Hitchcock's Rebecca,
Nice.
which is a great film, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just absolutely sensational.
Great book.
It's a very good book, yeah. I haven't watched this new restoration of it yet, though. I need to get on that. It's one of the finest. It's the first American Hitchcock. It's one of the finest, isn't it? Then comes, it probably shouldn't be in this section because it's 3 TV episodes, but they are film length, which is the Red Riding trilogy. I showed you the other day. So this was a TV series from 2009. 3 episodes that took place in 1974, 1980 and 1983. They're like Yorkshire serial killings, child abductions, etc. And they've kind of got a background of the real stuff that was happening with the Yorkshire Ripper and that kind of world. It's one of the best things I've ever seen on television. Absolutely astonishing. I need to go back and watch them. It's based on a novel that I'd like to read as well. Then is a recent animated wonder, The Red Turtle. So this is made by Studio Ghibli, that made all the Totoro and all the things that have just appeared on Netflix. But it's the first time that they let, like, it's not Japanese. It's Michael Dudok, who is Dutch, I think. Yeah, a Dutch animator. It's pretty much silent, as in no dialogue. It's not silent, it's got sounds, but it's a man who gets shipwrecked, and it's basically Robinson Crusoe kind of thing. But there's a massive red turtle in the sea that he tries to swim with, and it's quite incredible. Next is The Reflecting Skin, vampire film. Your eyes widen. Do you know this one?
No.
So this is a kind of Southern Gothic vampire film with Viggo Mortensen. It's from 1990. So there's a little kid whose brother is Viggo Mortensen, and the little kid believes that his next door neighbour is a vampire. Woman, Lindsay Duncan, plays the next door neighbour, and Viggo Mortensen comes home from somewhere, war or something, and he kind of fancies Lindsay Duncan, and the little kid's really worried that his brother's going to go out with a vampire.
What's that inside?
It's the limited edition one that came with a postcard signed by the director,
Oh,
Philip Ridley.
that's an intriguing image.
It's a very strange film. Very strange. Very grotesque and unusual. Then we've got Rififi. Brilliant noirish film, heist film.
Yeah, quite famous.
It's incredible. A brilliant silent heist in the middle that's about 10 minutes long, where you're just sweating from your eyes and terrified that they're going to get caught. It's really good. That's a massive influence on lots of films with heists in it. Really good. Another favourite, The Ring. Ringu, Japanese horror film. So that's the collection with all three films in. Ring being a masterpiece, Ring 2's alright, Ring 0 is kind of pointless. The prequel. Ring's still scary. We screened this in Cardiff 2 years ago. It's the first time I'd ever seen it on a big screen, and it's petrifying.
Like I say, I think that one and the one with the girl comes. Is that the one where she comes out of the TV?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just that image. I'm not a fan.
That I've got a t-shirt with.
Yeah, even the t-shirt I find repulsive.
It's a brilliant moment. And then next is a lovely, lovely Arrow release of another favourite film, RoboCop, with an excellent booklet with loads of essays in, including one by Chris Griffiths, who follows us on Twitter and is making a documentary about RoboCop.
I watched it the other day, didn't we?
RoboCop, yeah, we did it as a watch along, didn't we, with Cult Film Club or something?
It's so brutal.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's great.
So brutal.
Correctly brutal. Then is Rocky.
Yeah.
I only saw Rocky for the first time about 6 or 7 years ago, maybe a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
And I always thought I was going to hate it, and I absolutely loved Rocky, the first one.
Yeah.
And I quite enjoyed the second one and the third one. Kind of diminishing returns for me, but the first and second one were fantastic.
Yeah.
Not being a fan of boxing, still like a boxing film. Rogue One, Star Wars story.
Yeah.
In my opinion, by far the best of the films that have been made since Return of the Jedi. So this is the one that's the prequel to Star Wars, but it doesn't have any of the characters in it. It's the mission that gets them the plans so that Star Wars can happen. And it was really good. So this is directed by Gareth Edwards that made Monsters and Godzilla. But he got it kind of pulled out of his hands because he was working with Disney. They took it off him and mucked with it. It's still good, but I'd love to see what he was it was meant to be. Ah, this is full of favourites. Rollerball. 1975, James Caan. Science fiction about a world where wars and stuff are settled by matches of rollerball between countries.
Sounds quite advanced.
So it would be a good way to do things, wouldn't it? Potentially.
We could get better results, couldn't we?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It's a brilliant James Caan movie. It's got an amazing soundtrack. It's great. It's another one that I saw somewhere like Moviedrome in my teens on late night TV. Just fell in love with it. Then comes Federico Fellini's Roma, which we screened in February. So this is Fellini's kind of dreamy, satirical portrait of Rome that kind of covers ancient Rome through to the 70s. Very interesting. Very art house. And I'm glad that Luca did an introduction to that, because I wouldn't have understood half of what was going on, I think, without that. The Royal Tenenbaums. More Wes Anderson. One of my favourite ones. It's the nice Criterion edition of that as well. It's got a lovely hand-drawn map of the house drawn by Wes Anderson's brother. All the little details and fiddlies in it. Great. What a film.
Great film.
Next is The Rules of the Game, Jean Renoir's 1939 film that's widely considered to be one of the best films ever made.
Oh.
So this is a weekend at a country chateau with a load of bourgeois French types that kind of picks apart their society. It's tremendous. Jean Renoir's good. And then last in the R's is another Wes Anderson, which is Rushmore. Another of my favourite Wes Andersons. Brilliant Bill Murray performance. I love the fact this has got loads of the Max Fisher, who's the main character. One of his clubs that he's in at the exclusive boarding school he goes to is a theatre club that remakes films. So there's like stage versions of classic films. And it's brilliant. Serpico and all kinds of things like that. Really interesting.
It's a good film.
Yeah. Cracking. That's it. That's the R's. 3 for a Desert Island. Are you silent in this episode? 3 for a Desert Island. I'm gonna take. Crikey. I'm going to take Raging Bull. And we haven't got any Christmas films on this desert island yet. I'm going to take Rare Exports for Christmas and Raging Bull and Ring, I think.
Okay. I haven't got any questions for you today because we used them all.
What are you taking?
Oh, I'll just take the Ring
Trilogy. Okay. You'll be disappointed that you've taken the Ring trilogy when you could have taken 2 other films and Ring.
But let's just get it done. Let's get the Ring done.
Yeah, you've got a different view of this desert island to me. As far as I'm concerned, I'm trapped there forever, so it's films that I'm going to want to watch over and over again. You're just using it as an opportunity to catch up on some stuff you haven't seen.
We've all got different ways
fine.
of coping with the desert island.
It's just a strange collection you'd have post watching them all. It's like, I don't really like half these, so what am I going to watch now?
Fine, I'll take the Ring, RoboCop, and the Rules of the Game.
Nice. Yeah, Rules of the Game's very good. Very, very good. Okay, no more questions today.
0 questions.
Well, it's a very short one today then.
Yeah.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shelves of S's tomorrow.
I'm going to pour myself a large.
Yeah, let's have a gin
large gin.
tonic.
We've got to get ice.
Okay, yeah. If anyone out there's got any ice they could deliver to us, drop us a message. And the dogs were well behaved today.
We all were.
Yeah. So tomorrow we will be back with S. We've flown through that. That's taken half the time it took us to do 2 films yesterday.
Happy hump day then.
Happy hump day, indeed. Wednesday, come and go. Bye everybody, see you tomorrow.
Happy hump day.